When Daniel bought the old rectory on the edge of Whitby, he'd been told it used to house monks centuries ago. The estate agent joked about the friendly ghost in the hall mirror, but Daniel, practical and sleepless from city life, laughed it off. Ghost stories were part of the charm, he thought. On the first night, the house creaked like something breathing. Each gust of wind rattled the stained glass windows, and the air smelled faintly of candle wax and stone. The antique mirror in the foyer caught his eye. It was tall, framed with carved ashwood, the kind that shimmered slightly under moonlight. Someone had covered it with a white cloth, perhaps to ward off dust. Half unpacked, Daniel poured himself a drink and wandered past the mirror again. The cloth had slipped out, his reflection seemed delayed, moving a heartbeat after he did. It startled him enough to knock over his glass. He laughed it off, covering the mirror again. But when he turned away, he swore the fabric shifted on its own, rippling as if touched by a breeze that wasn't there. The following evening, sleep still avoiding him, Daniel ventured into the cellar to check the boiler. Along one brick wall, he found a crooked wooden door that led into a narrow storage room lined with rusted candlesticks and crumbling hymn books. Hanging on a peg was an old monk's robe, frayed and heavy with dust. The label stitched inside read, Brother Elias, 1731. That name lodged in his mind all night. When he finally drifted into half-sleep, a whisper echoed through the house low, rhythmic, almost chanting. He followed it downstairs, barefoot, to the foyer. The cloth was gone. In the mirror stood the faint outline of a man. A hooded monk, head bowed, hands clasped as if in prayer. Daniel froze. The air grew colder with every second he stared. The monk lifted his head, revealing hollow sockets where eyes should have been. His lips didn't move, but Daniel heard him clearly in his own head. Return what was taken. He stumbled back, heart pounding, and the mirror went dark. The next morning, Daniel tore apart the storage room but found nothing. Yet the reflection kept reappearing, first in the corner of the mirror, then closer each night. By the third night, the voice came again, urgent now. Return what was taken, or I will find you. Desperation made him start probing the walls of the rectory. Finally, behind a false panel near the cellar steps, he discovered a wooden box wrapped in decayed cloth. Inside was a silver crucifix and a letter dated 1731, Brother Elias, confessing to stealing the relic from the monastery to hide it from raiders, swearing he would guard it even beyond death. Daniel took the crucifix to the old church ruins on the hill and set it beneath the moss-covered altar. The sky darkened as he did, though the wind was dead still. He whispered a small apology and turned to leave. Back at the rectory that night, the mirror stood bare again, but there was no reflection at all. Only the empty hallway behind him. Then, for a moment, the faint whisper of a single word drifted through the air. Peace. Daniel covered the mirror one last time. This time, it stayed still.